Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Charlie here with Tomb45, and today I'm gonna be here with my guy Rob. What are we doing today, Rob?
The usual.
The usual. We're doing the usual. So technically, what I do is a mid fade with a little trim on the top, blend in the beard, line them up, and keep them fresh. So what I'm gonna do today, guys, is I'm gonna show you guys pretty much how I approach his haircut and give you guys some tips and some pointers on make them look good and make them look fresh, man. All right, guys. So today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off setting my guidelines in the front. I usually keep them in the mirror. That way, I can know it looks symmetric on both sides. I pretty much will start the mid fade right about here. And I'm gonna set my first line on his right side. I usually let the little crease of his eye be my point of where I'm gonna start at. So, point. Looks pretty symmetric to me. And now I just follow away all the way around. I'm being very light with it. You don't see me pressing. I'm just keeping it as light as possible because I don't want to keep that trimmer line. Even though I'm going to come back with the trimmers and erase that line, I like to keep it nice and light. Now my first half to my second half, come right around here. You guys can see, am I off a little bit? Just a little bit. Just follow right into it. You guys can see a little curve, left side, right side, little curve. And the reason why I use the mirror is because it's what's going to keep it as symmetric as possible. Because I'm not going to have them standing up. That way I can look at them at a point's eye view. I can just look at the mirror, and the mirror will show me exactly where I'm wrong at. All right, guys, now we're going to go into the full shaver. Full shaver has two ridges, which I'm going to use only the top part because I don't want to press too much. That can create a line. It's like if I was fading it, that stubble. Keep it nice and bald, nice and clean, but also don't create that line. And then right after my shaver, I'm gonna go right into my fade. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with my BaByliss Tomb45, all the way open, all the way open. We have 5 notches. I'm gonna go all the way to the top, to the last one. And I'm gonna start off with at least about a finger. And I'm gonna do this all the way around. All the way around. My next step is gonna be my 1.5. I'm gonna go into my 1.5. And the reason why I go to my 1.5 is because I like to play it safe. I'm gonna go to my 1.5, then I will go down to my 1, and then my 0. But I'm gonna go with my 1.5, and I go about another finger's length. All the way around. All the way around. 1.5. Now, as you guys can see, I went all the way around open, but now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go close now. From open, all the way close. And if you guys don't feel comfortable with going close automatically, you can also always go step by step. If you feel more comfortable going 1 notch at a time, be free to go 1 notch at a time. I don't go straight into close, but I'm more cautious now. I'm always trying to just get out my second line. I'm gonna do that all the way around. All the way around. All right, so after my 1.5, right, I'm gonna go down to my 1. Take this out, then eventually I'll go on to my bottom one. And I'm gonna start the same way I started my other one, my other line. All the way open to close. I'm gonna start open. Open. The ridges that the guards have, that the clippers have in general, right here. This is the only thing that should be touching your client. That little ridge right there. I'll go right back into it. Instead of going from open to close, I'm gonna walk it down, take notch by notch. So I'll go from open to 1 notch. 1 notch, same process. Another notch, same process. Same process. You guys can already see that the line is starting to fade away little by little. Another notch. My next guard, I went from my 1, I'm gonna go what now? 0.5. Same thing. Open to close, but this is the same process I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go from open, but going notch by notch. And you guys can see that now that as as my guards get smaller, I start using just more so of my corners instead of just laying it flat. Because I like to be more precautioned now. Now that my guards are smaller, I'm more vulnerable to create another line and create another mistake. So I gotta keep that in mind that I'm trying to clean up now. If you guys can see that second line that was there, it's pretty much gone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go all the way open, which is what I created that line with. So I'm gonna go all the way open, but instead of going straight flat, I'm just using my corners. I'm using my corners and I'm keeping it about a nice little 45 to 90-degree angle. So there's ways you can go about this. So pretty much what I'm doing now is like I'm detailing. Some guys like to leave that towards the end. I still leave it towards the end too, but I can also knock it out the way now, because if we leave it to the end, sometimes we're human, we make mistakes, we might forget. And same thing with my bottom line. I started open, right? But now I can start little by little closing it and closing it. By the time I get to my last notch, I should be at the bottom flicking that line out. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start open. I can start bringing the notch down little by little. And once again, I'm only gonna be using my corners as the lower I go. You guys can see I'm on my last notch now. My last notch is what's gonna erase that bottom line. And if I had to open all the way up again, just because, I do so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so on this side, same process. I went with my 1.5, now I'm going with my 1. Same process, open to close. .5, open to close. Close it to another notch, same process. As you guys can see now, I'm using my corners now more. I got my lever all the way closed now. I'm just with the corners. Now guys, the same thing, same process I did over there. Open to close. I'm now gonna remove my bottom line. You guys can't notice, but his skin, it's a little sticky. And if you run into those things like that, my best recommendation is a little bit of talc. You just apply it on it. And what it's gonna do is gonna smoothen the skin out so much more for you to make your fading a lot easier. Right now, my hand's going up a lot more easier. Before, his skin felt a little bit sticky, so it wasn't letting me to really fade in there. But now with that talc, it's gonna be a lot more smoother. The transition is gonna be a lot easier for me. You're doing the same thing, all the way open. Start going notch by notch, stretching the skin out a little bit. All right guys, for the backs, the same thing, same process that I did on both sides. Just like I use my reference points in the front when I look into the mirror, starting from his eye, from the crease of his eye. Same thing for the back. It's my next card, same process from open to close. Birthday. So much smoother. When I put that top out, I'm telling you, man, best thing in the world. Now, for this one, right, I go with the 0.5 clipper over comb. The reason why I go with the 0.5 is because it creates a safety net for me. It makes me feel like I'm not cutting too much, and I'm not creating no more lines than I'm supposed to. I'm gonna focus on the top line. I'm always going out the comb. And if you guys can see, I'm just slightly taking off little by little. No rush. So I don't wanna create no lines. I'm just going little by little. All right guys, so now we're gonna be going on to the top part of the hair. Just gonna wet it from the front. What I'm gonna do is brush it forward. All right, Joe, all I'm gonna do here is pretty much just like the dead ends. How's that right there, Rob? Good. It's good? I set my guideline from the front and I just follow everything else. And when I'm cutting with my scissors, my shears, I try to grab my next section of hair as close as possible to from the last one that I cut. Because the farther you go away from every section, the more uneven it's gonna be. So that's why you try to stay as close as possible. That way you can still follow your guideline at all times. If you guys can see right here, right? It's not much. It's not much, but I still will be blending all that in with my shears. You're using your shears, always want to just use your thumb. That's your cutting blade. This is your steel blade. Your cutting blade is the top one, and then the steel blade. If you just chopping like this, you're not gonna get nowhere. Cutting blade, steel blade. And if you guys are having trouble just moving your thumb, just cutting with your thumb, if you guys are having trouble with that, I recommend that you guys tilt your hand in and try to get at an angle that your scissors is like pointing towards you, because it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to you to manipulate. Right under the earlobe, I'm going with my 1.5. Open to close. Onto my 1, going with my 1, open to close. Open, right at the crease of his ear right there. I'm gonna go open right there. All the way to its close. Once it's all the way closed, I should only be at the top, focusing at the top, erasing that top line. Blending that in. Once again, all the way to my 0.5, just to clean up parts that I didn't touch with it. Then I go back to my 2, just clean up the little stragglers. All right, guys, so now what I'm doing is I'm washing his hair out, rinsing it out. All right, the reason why I'm rinsing his hair out, guys, is because 1, I got a little bit of OCD, is that I do not apply any product on my clients unless I wash their hair. Because if you wash their hair and then you put the product, it's much more cleaner and they're gonna feel so much better. And I guarantee you they're gonna come back just because of that reason. And also it's because I don't wanna put any product in somebody's hair that's already full of hair just lingering around. All right, guys, so now what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be applying sea salt spray. The reason why I apply sea salt spray is because it gives it more volume, so when I do put any other product on there, and it's nice and fluffy and it gives it that volume. I like to spread it out, couple spurts. I'm gonna blow dry it, so I can create that volume that I'm looking for and that I need. Now that he's all dried out, I'm gonna shape them up. This is what helps me stabilize the trimmer and play it safe. I'm gonna focus on the little corner right here. My favorite part, razor with her. Are you ready?
I'm ready, let's do it.
Ready, let's get it. Guys, you already know what this is. I mean, it's Tomb45 onlyest and finest. This is what made us. It's where we are today because of this. So let's get this party started. Just put a little bit on your finger. So always remember, guys, you guys want to stretch out the skin as much as possible because these blades are very sharp. So you guys want to stretch it out as much as possible. Now I'm going to finish it up with some pure powder from Tomb45. The pump, I can just distribute it. See how cool that is? And what I do is I just run this comb through them. It's a wide tooth comb. Style it up a little bit. And bam, we get the results we're looking for. All right, guys, we're all done with the haircut. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something from it. And if you guys want to see more videos from me, follow me on all platforms by Casper Clips. You guys can like, share, subscribe on this video, please and thank you. And until next time, guys, thank you.